I feel your whole life is about your mental state of being. And even, what you said about visual perspective, that people lift weights to look hotter or whatever.
Yeah.
That's from a place of insecurity again, that's why a lot of gym bros become gym bros, because they're conscious of the way they look, and they're
Yeah.
overcompensating with, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna like,
Yeah.
but
Biceps. We always looked at it from that one, like you said, visual lens. If you had to say how you look at your own perception of what fitness or other wellness is, and if you want to go deep into that, what would that be?
I'm just saying this from my perspective and what I've learned probably in the recent past. So it might be biased from the perspective of my recent past. Dude, but I feel your whole life is about your mental state of being. And even, what you said about visual perspective, that people lift weights to look hotter or whatever.
Yeah.
That's from a place of insecurity again, that's why a lot of gym bros become gym bros, because they're conscious of the way they look, and they're
Yeah.
overcompensating with, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna like,
Yeah.
but
Biceps.
yeah, at its core, it's insecurity. So therefore, if it is insecurity at its core, the core problem you're actually facing is your own mental wellness. Your at the core, the problem you're facing is your mental wellness, or your mental fitness, or just your mental state of being, man. And dude, honestly, I saw this movie called Soul on Hotstar. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Man, it entered like my top 5 movies of all time, straight up. Like, I was like, yo. And it actually shifted this one thought process that I had. I always believed that your purpose of life should be related to the legacy you leave behind. But that's not true for everyone. Like, that's true for us, because I think as entrepreneurs, you're always surrounded by like-minded people who are thinking about legacy, growth. There's a lot of people out there for whom the purpose of life is just happiness, moments spent with family, emotional growth. So at its core, everything kind of adds up to your mental state of being. That's what I'd say, man.
You are by far one of the most motivated people I have ever met, right? And that is to put it lightly. I've always seen you with a certain amount of drive and this, and I call your motivation energy, because I think you generally radiate that kind of energy out there. How did you kind of come to that? How do you? And I think that's something which you build over time, right? And you obviously, like you mentioned, there were some insecurities when you're growing up about your weight, about physicality, but it also affects your how your mind works and how you kind of talk to the world, right? Whenever I look at anybody who has a slight hunch, I always know that, because I know I used to be that guy. So I never just stayed back. Always walk with that hunch, and I always felt that to get motivation, there are things that happen to you, but also things that you do with yourself, which kind of push you out there. And what have those kind of moments been? I think there are a few moments that kind of add up to that.
Dude, yeah, I feel it's a combination of 3 things, man. The first is definitely I won't even call it genetic disposition. I strongly believe in the concept of rebirth, past lives and all. I've always felt like I've carried some, I won't call it baggage, but some kind of personality trait from my past lives. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because since I was 3 or 4 years old, the content pieces I was drawn to were always inspirational, and were always motivational, and were always sports related, and were always things like Nike ads, which I still turn to today. There are days where I wake up in the morning and my first urge before kind of getting work done or getting, whatever else done is watch one particular Nike ad from my past. And I don't have an explanation for that. And my only explanation is I'm probably carrying some karma from my past life, which pushes me down this path. The second is, dude, I got amazing parenting, I believe. Like, my parents are workaholics, but they were also very tough parents. I got a slight military style of parenting in terms of I had a lot of tough talk done to me, like even as a kid, my dad, my mom, they made me really tough as a person. Like, if I got bullied at school, most parents would be like, I'll come to your school and complain. My mom used to just be like, shake it off. Like, I was always brought up in that mentality. So somewhere I feel that's a big part of it. And the third one is definitely this world of like fitness, dude. It comes back to that, man. When if you have these, if your life just pushes you into the world of fitness and you stick with it, it definitely molds your mind into a particular kind of mindset. I feel I've taken up meditation and yoga, entrepreneurship for that matter, YouTube for that matter. But the seed is discipline, which got sown when I started lifting weights, and my coaches told me that You're going to see results when you do it every day, not once in a while. And that applies to everything in life. So my mentality is always, dude, what are you getting done this week? And I might have a slow week, but I get something done. Like the fitness parallel is when you're lifting weights, they say that you should take a light week every 5 or 6 weeks ish, where you lift lighter or you lift with lower frequency. And I strongly feel the career perspective on this is the same. Like if you're feeling burnt out, take a lighter week, go away, but get something done. Even if it's just writing a little bit, even if it's brainstorming with your team. So I always concern myself with doing things.